Hello everyone, I'm just introducing version 0.1.109 beta, that's a mouthful, for BRX PRod, the BRX Productivity Toolkit. My name is Alan Blair from BRX PRod and WPEasy, and today I'm going to show you some really cool new things that came about from some old things that I wanted to do and some questions that I've been seeing in groups and whatnot about I wish BRX would do this, or I wish it was easier to do that. So I've actually skipped a version here. I had beta 108, where I added some features in there, and then I got a bit carried away, added some more features, and thought, look, I'm just going to skip that release and just release it all in the 109. But I think you're going to be pretty happy with this. So there are some free features that you'll get, and there's some with the paid license as well. So I'm going to talk about the free ones first. Now, I've got the settings for BRX PRod up, and you can see in the BRX features here, and by the way, anything that goes into this BRX features card is always going to be in the free tier of the license, because this is basically just adding little tweaks or changing the way BRX does things. It's not really adding all of our functionality, it's just little things. So, but there's a really cool little one I'm going to show you here, which is this Style Manager shortcut. So I'm going to just turn that off and show you the standard behavior of BRX. So the standard behavior of BRX to get into the Style Manager is you go to this icon on the left, you click on that, and then you find your way through to, say, Style Sheet, or if you want to get to your spacing, you go there. If you want to get to the typography, you've got to click on that, go down, find your typography. What we've done here is we've added a little hover shortcut. So if we just turn that on, and now what happens is when you point your mouse at the Style Manager icon, you get this little pop over. So you can still click on it and do the same thing, or you can just pop over and go, I want to go to my typography. There's your typography there. Hover over, I want to go to my elements, and now you're on your elements. I want to go to manage my variables. I want to manage my colors. So they're just shortcuts to get there. Really simple. Hover over and then click on what you want. So that's the first thing to bring some additional productivity to finding things. The next thing is if you have either FluentSnippets, which is a cool free code snippet plugin, or WPCodeBox installed, I'm going to give you a shortcut to it. It opens up in a modal. So I've got FluentSnippets installed. So I'm going to a little icon here. If I had WPCodeBox, I would get WPCodeBox there as well. So if I click on that, it opens it up in a full screen modal within our editor. So I can add here a new snippet, give it a name, test, it's a PHP snippet, create the snippet. What are we going to do? Got to enter some code. I don't know. Anyway, you get the gist. So you can create code. I'm going to show you how to do this anyway. So you can create code in there. It's got a little comment up here saying that you've got to, my mouse has run away on me, that you've got to reload the editor once you make these, because this is actually a iframe and it's not in the editor even though it looks like it is. So I'm going to show you an example of that with the free snippets. So that's really cool. So we've brought in a shortcut to get to your BRX areas in the Style Manager and a shortcut to get to your Code Manager. Now let's look at one of those. So this is the next thing that's in the free. If you go to the code snippets, we've added some extra snippets in here. I did also just add this note here to just make clear that this is not, or this code is not BRX PRod functionality. This is just bonus little snippets that I've used or found or created to do certain things in BRX. It's provided as is. Once you copy and paste this somewhere to your code manager, your child theme or whatever, it's your responsibility. We do not provide any support or warranty on that. It is as is. In saying that, we will help you when you need it if we can. Hopefully we're going to grow our little Facebook community and that will help as well, but it's not included as part of our support obligations. Our support obligations is to make sure BRX PRod features work, not the code snippets that we're providing you for free here. So that's just a little clarification on that. So what we've added here, we already had quite a few things in there. We've added this Accessibility Widget, and we've also added this Sliding Mobile menu, which turns a standard BRX nav into a sliding mobile menu. So I'm going to use this Accessibility Widget, but I'm going to go into my header first. So I'm going to jump out of here. I'm going to go into my BRX templates and go into my header. Okay, so I'm going to grab my code snippet by going into code snippets. I'm going to copy this accessibility widget to the clipboard. I'm going to jump out of there. I'm going to go into FluentSnippets. I'm going to say new snippet. I'll just call this A11Y widget. Oh. And paste that in there. Now, with code snippets, you do have to get rid of the opening PHP tag. So we'll go up here, get rid of the opening PHP tag from our code because they already added in there. The rest of it leave as default. Hit create, activate that snippet, and then close this code manager. Now, again, because that's in a iframe, we do have to reload this so that we actually get that code in our editor. All right, now I'm going to now look for a accessibility widget. Accessibility widget. So that code's just added that. How cool is that? There it is there. I'm going to stick it at the top. I want that at the beginning of the site. And here's our widget there. Now, this is a paid version here to get this, where you can actually edit all that. If you don't have the paid version, you can go over to your CSS here, open full screen, you can edit it in there. Okay, but if you do have the paid version, which I'm going to show you in here, you can do it from there. And this is all variables. So if I wanted to change I want to stick this at the bottom, I'm going to go set my top to auto on there. I'm going to leave my right. I'm going to go bottom to, I'm going to go space. I'm going to use my framework. Space small. Oops, not do dashes. S. Here's my space small. And it will put it at the bottom. So we'll get the bottom. Toggle right. We'll do that as well. Space small. What have I messed up here? So I've got something. Oh, there you go. Linting. Something really cool about this. So we've got an unmatched bracket. So I've accidentally deleted that, and it broke my CSS. But I was okay because I had something to do. And you've got sizing. You've got all sorts of things you can change. And here we now have a accessibility widget, which is in our header. But even though it's down here, if I go to this admin bar, I tab, get through all the admin stuff, tab. The first thing we get to on the page is the skip links. The first thing we get to on the page is our accessibility widget. I can press the enter key. There it is there. Use my arrows. Here's my contrast ratios. Tab, arrow, arrow, arrow. So I've got a very simple accessibility widget where we can change our contrast and our text size. All I've had to do is grab some code from our code snippets. Grab this here. Open up my FluentSnippets, create a new snippets, copy it in, and then we've got a A11Y widget. How cool is that? So the next one is the sliding menu. I'm going to be very quick on this. I'm going to delete, actually we're going to get it in there first. So let's go to my code snippets and go to my sliding menu, copy that to the code. I copy that to the clipboard, go to Fluent. We've got a new one, slider. Menu. This is just for the board, mobile, I should say. Paste that in. Get rid of the PHP opening tag and create it. Activate it. Close that. Just hit the save here in case we've got anything to save. Reload. Okay, let's go to our header and get rid of it. So I'm going to delete that. Click up here, start typing slide. Here's our sliding mobile nav that our code has added. There it is there. See how we got this rename here? The reason for that is the label, we got our BEM enabled, okay, which is in the free version. So that label is just nav, but the class is BRX P-nav. Okay, so we need to take care of that. I'm going to go into my BEM. Here's my BEM tools here. I'm going to add an exclusion in there. Anything that starts with BRX P- is excluded from our name pattern matching. Save that. Now, if I click somewhere else, click back there. Oops, wrong one. Oh, that's actually there. So we've actually fixed our problem, but I haven't fixed the BRX wireframe problem. So we've fixed our problem. That's called nav. Even though it's got BRX P-nav, we've excluded the BRX P- from our pattern matching for our name. So that's telling us we don't need to rename it. All right, so that's it done. And we've got a bunch of stuff here for styling that. Now, this is for the mobile menu. So I'm going to, if you click on the mobile menu there, it will show you what the styles look like with these colors. Do not style it from here. Always style it from there, and you can easily create variations if you're using the paid version. Because that's a settings block, to create a variant, all we have to do is point at that, create a variant, call it our standard. So this is our standard, and then just override these variables here. And now you've got the nav with the override for your mobile menu. And if we have a look at that on the front end, there we go. We've got the sliding menu, even though with this one we've actually only got one level of menu. But if we had multi-level menus, it will slide to the next one. It'll have the little carrots on the end there, and has a little back button up the top there. So that's all done for you. All you have to do is chuck it in there, style it up with your colors, and away you go. Right, so that's the two new code snippets we've added to it. Now, heading over to the features for the paid version. Just going to reload that. Features for the paid version. Okay, the main one in here is to do with this selector here. So previously it was simply, if we're on a selector, we can edit the element CSS. Right? If we give that a BEM name, of that's called a new section, and in here we're going to put a block. Inside the block we'll put a heading, a basic text, and a button, and we'll call this lead, and then we'll run our auto BEM. So now we've got a BEM naming set up in here, or structure. So we're in there. Now I'm on the element CSS. If I'm not on the element CSS, it says select an element, but we also have this drop down. Now this you're going to love, absolutely love. You guys who are editing in the global styles all the time, now we have a drop down and we have the theme. Now the theme will be, the first theme is the active theme, and then under that will be any additional themes that you have. Now what we're actually going to style is the theme style sheet. So instead of having this little janky little editor here that's got linting issues, you can't see it full screen, rather than having that, basically in here we say we want to style the BRX wireframes theme, and there is everything there. I'm going to give you an example. So if I go into my settings here, go into my experimental BRX mods, and I add my overrides for animations, save that, go back there, go back into here, we might have to clear that and come back to it, and we've got all of our animation overrides in here, and we got the full features of our code editor. So we've got all the type of heads, everything that's in here. Like I could say, what are we going to do here? Oh, I'm just going to make up a class. I'm going to call this test class, test, and I'm going to put the aspect ratio of control space 1:1. I'm going to put the BG of primary, not primary D10. So we've got all of the features of our code editor here. All the linting that we get from this is all in there, and we're editing our theme CSS using this now. So that's really, really useful, guys. And that also works with the detached window here as well. So we can editing the wireframes, or editing the theme, or editing the CSS. We don't have a element selected at the moment. If we did select an element, so if I selected, say, this heading, then open that up in the detached panel. So we've got the heading, and we can still go to the wireframe, I keep saying wireframe, to the theme styles there as well. So all integrated. I think this is really, really, really super cool. Now the other thing, the last thing that I'm going to say we've added in here is a bunch more property suggestions. So for example, you just saw, if I went to aspect ratio, ASP, tab tab, and I do a control space. These are our property suggestions. So I'll go 16 by 9. Okay, enter. Whoops. 16 by 9. If I went min height, control space, I want to do fit content. What else did I do? I can't remember. There's a whole list of them in there that you can do, but if anything you think of, like we go flex, control space or command space, whatever you want, 1.1 auto. These are just examples of them in there. So anything you type in here, if you're not sure what it is, before we enter position, control tab, control space I should say, we've got all those there. Okay, so there's a heap of those that we've added in there just to make it even quicker for editing your CSS. So that's in a nutshell what we have in version 109. Is it 109? 119? Can't remember now. 109. So in beta version 109, those are the features. And I think that's a pretty impressive update to give you all those free features and these enhancements to the CSS editor, particularly editing the theme files there, and adding all those additional property type heads. I think it's really, really cool. I'm really, really proud of where we've got to with this. So, all right, guys, thanks for listening. And if you're interested in the free or the licensed versions, just head on over to brxprod.com and grab a license. Thanks for listening.